I'd like to call the meeting to order for May 9th. And obviously, Mayor Bray is unable to be here tonight, so I feel honored to get to fill in as Mayor Pro Tem. So welcome and thank you for being here. We'll start with the invocation with Commissioner Smith.
Need to have the city clerk
roll call?
call.
Okay, we'll do roll call first.
Commissioner Guest?
Present.
Commissioner Henderson?
Present.
Commissioner Smith?
Here.
Mayor Bray? Mayor Pro Tem Wilson?
Here. All right. Now, we'll stand for the invocation led by Commissioner Smith and then the Pledge of Allegiance.
Father, we thank you for your grace and goodness. May your face continually shine upon us so that your ways may be known in our communities. Amen.
I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, well, we're going to start off with a proclamation for National Police Week. So, Chief Laird, would you come up to the podium, and anyone else that you want to bring with you?
Had a couple people come with.
Yeah, please do. What a great response from our audience. And I think that we want to just say that's how we feel about you every day. Thank you for everything that you do for our city to keep us safe and protect us all. And we really appreciate it very much. So thank you. And I'm going to read the proclamation. Whereas National Police Week is observed throughout our nation to honor the service and sacrifice of all law enforcement agencies, and whereas we recognize and honor the selfless and heroic service provided by the men and women of the City of Paducah Police Department, and whereas every day we rely on our law enforcement officers to keep our neighborhoods safe, enforce our laws, and respond in time of crisis, and whereas these men and women, by their distinctive service and efforts, have earned our highest respect and deepest gratitude, and whereas the City of Paducah extends appreciation to our police department for their service and exemplary dedication to our community. Therefore, I, Sandra Wilson, Mayor Pro Tem of Paducah, Kentucky, on behalf of Mayor George Bray, do hereby proclaim the week of May 15th through May 21st, 2023 as National Police Week in Paducah, and urge all citizens to join in commemorating police officers past and present who, through a loyal devotion to their responsibilities, dedicate their lives to serve and protect their communities. So once again, could we give our police officers a round of applause? Yeah, can we get a picture?
Sure. We'll step over there and then we'll
Yeah, y'all come up. Yeah.
gather around you. Be the safest person.
Can we get on both sides?
Can we stand up behind them?
Y'all want to come up here too?
We'll just stand up behind you maybe, or whatever you want.
Come down here.
Come down.
All right, come on down.
I'm trying to hide. No, it's fine. They're-
Hand that back to Lindsay. Thank you. So just a couple of brief comments that I'd like to make. This week, next week actually, is National Police Week, and it's a time where we typically honor the fallen officers all across the country. And here locally, there are 4 officers that work for the Paducah Police Department that died in the line of duty. And I want to take a moment just to recognize them and for the sacrifice that they gave. Officer Cal Smith was ambushed and shot to death on October 3rd, 1893. His killer had been arrested earlier for being drunk and disruptive, and after being released on bond, he obtained a rifle and went looking for the arresting officer. He mistook Officer Smith for the officer who had arrested him, and he had shot and killed him, so he actually shot the wrong officer. Officer James Phelps suffered a fatal heart attack while assisting at the scene of a fire on November 9th, 1894. He rushed into a burning building to help search for anyone that had been trapped inside. He collapsed and died when he exited the building. Officer William Romaine was shot and killed on August 12, 1917, after confronting a group of men who had been creating a disturbance. The suspect fled the scene but was caught and was executed about 2 years later in June of 1919. And Officer William H. Poore died on November 29, 1928, after he was injured the previous day while searching for two suspects who had stolen a suitcase. Officer Poore was fatally injured whenever he fell through a train trestle and suffered a head injury. So each year during Police Week, we go out to the grave sites to honor these four men who gave their life, and we place flags there, and we say a few words just to recognize them. So that's really what I wanted this to be about tonight. We definitely appreciate the support of our community and of the commission, but we want to take that time to recognize those officers, and that's why we read this tonight. So thank you very much.
Thank you too, Blair. Thank all of you very much for being here. Okay, up next is the Civic Beautification Dogwood Trail and Art Awards. Before we do that, though, I have this comment I want to make. And I asked the artist, Carol Vanderboe, if I could do this. I wore my Dogwood pin again tonight because during the Dogwood Trail, when I was wearing it, everywhere I wore it, someone stopped me and asked me, where can I get one of those pins? So I was encouraging her that I hope that there will be more to come. They're very hard to find now. I feel like it's, I just guard it. And I love it. And the Dogwood Trail was a beautiful time. And I know there are a lot of other people that would love to have those pins. So I just want to encourage you that might be a great fundraiser coming up in the future. So the artist is here, Carol Vanderboe. So thank you.
I have a new design that's coming out next year for the 60th, and it's going to be limited to 200. So I already have 20 requests.
Okay, so you're putting that out there, but and maybe you might reconsider this one, making some of these that would just be easy. So thank you all, and thank you for a beautiful time in Paducah. And I know Stacy Drake is going to present the awards now. So thank you for all that you have done. It was really just a beautiful time in our city, and congratulations to all of the award winners. It's just a favorite time for everybody to be part of Paducah.
It really is a beautiful time for Paducah, and we want to first off thank you, Mayor Pro Tem Wilson, for allowing us to come here tonight, and thank the commissioners also for letting us do this. And we also want to thank everyone for attending tonight. It is the award ceremony for the 2023 Dogwood Trail Awards, and we just want to thank the Paducah citizens whose dogwood trees really stood out on the trail this year. The Civic Beautification Board would like to also extend a special thank you to a few people. Arthur Boykin from the Paducah Transit Authority for helping to provide the trolley ride. I heard that was a lot of fun. And then we'd also like to thank Robert Warden. He's a Paducah ambassador, and he acted as the host of the trolley ride and gave a lot of great entertainment to the guests with his vast knowledge of Paducah. And next, we'd like to thank Hutch Smith and Martha Emmons. Every year, they do the Bike World annual bicycle Dogwood Trail ride. We'd like to thank them for that. And we'd also like to thank our fellow member, Carol Vanderboe of the Civic Beautification Board, for her beautiful designs of the new Dogwood Trail signs and banners. And look forward to her pins that she's going to have available, because I want one too. So. And like I said, mostly we just want to thank the citizens of Paducah who take pride in displaying their beautiful dogwoods every year in our community. And everybody just loves to go on the Dogwood Trail. And, we all just pray every year that the dogwoods are going to bloom and the azaleas are going to bloom in time. And this year was really pretty. And just to give you a little history, you're not just putting a light out to light up your Dogwood Trail. There's a lot of history behind the Dogwood Trail of Paducah. In 1964, former Paducah Mayor, the late Dolly McNutt, who at the time was the chair of the Civic Beautification Board, she went on a visit to Knoxville, Tennessee, and she was taken by the beauty of their Knoxville Dogwood Trail, their lighted trail. And when she returned to Paducah, she persuaded the members of the CBB that sponsoring a lighted Dogwood Trail would benefit Paducah. The lighting of the Dogwood Trail became a tradition in April of 1964 when the CBB began the tradition of touring Paducah in bloom at night. So the first trail was is only 2 blocks long, and it was on Sycamore Street on the west end of Paducah. And the tour is now several miles in length, and it showcases dogwoods, Japanese maples, redbuds, weeping cherry trees, as well as blooming garden areas and other flowering species. And Paducans aren't the only ones who admire the beauty of this trail. In 2000, the Library of Congress accepted the lighted Dogwood Trail as a local legacy. And the lighted Dogwood Trail is permanently documented in the library's American Folklife Center collection. Some members of Congress in every state submitted materials documenting nearly 1,300 local customs and traditions, and Paducah was one of those that was chosen. And it was actually submitted by former Representative Ed Whitfield. And we've also been highlighted in Luxury Travel Magazine and Birds in Bloom. They listed the 50th anniversary celebration of the Dogwood Trail as one of the top spring flower festivals across America in 2014, and one of the 8 most must-see festivals for 2018. So it gets a lot of recognition outside of Paducah, too. So through the years, the Dogwood Trails have also attracted a lot of tourists. Our quilters come in every year for their spring quilt show, and they love to go on the trails. You see the big buses taking them around the Dogwood Trail. So, and then this year marked the 59th anniversary of the Dogwood Trail. And next year will be our 60th year, and we're planning a really big celebration for that. So make sure you light up your yards next year and light up your trees. And now I'm going to turn it over to Ms. Monica Fowler. She will present the annual CBB Children's Dogwood Trail Art Contest Awards.
Yes, I am so glad to be here tonight. This is one of my favorite things because I just love seeing all these children gathered here tonight. And I know you all got to take advantage of the artwork and looking at the artwork and seeing all the good work the children are doing in the city schools. And I want to, first of all, thank our 3 wonderful art teachers in Paducah City Schools. And Carrie Thompson is the art teacher at Morgan Elementary. She's with us tonight back here, and her crew. And Sierra Send is at McNabb and had a commitment that I excused her. It was fine. And Shanice Frazier at Clark also could not attend tonight. But they do a wonderful job. I really, being a classroom teacher myself, I really appreciate the time that they take out of their monthly schedule to talk about Dogwood Trail and the rich heritage we have with that, because the future of the Dogwood Trail is actually sitting right out here among us. And we're looking forward to having the 60th anniversary next year, and we just hope it'll be 60 more years. So it's going to be up to you, kiddos. And so you played an important role this year in helping us promote it, and we just can't thank you enough, and the teachers especially, for taking time, the classroom time, because, you know, teachers have an awful lot of things to do. Every month, it seems like there's a special focus or a special something, and it's hard to squeeze anything else in other than what the curriculum dictates. So hats off to you teachers. So these kids had a really fun time this year, too, because they got to have a field trip to City Hall. And they were greeted by Mayor George Bray, and he was so taken aback by their beautiful artwork. But he took time to stress to the children the importance of the Dogwood Trail and just art in general in Paducah, because, you know, we're a very artistic community. And we are a UNESCO city, and he talked to the children about all that, so they know the importance of what they've done and what they've contributed. And then we took a group picture, and the Paducah Sun, I must give credit to David Snow for coming, and he took our picture and with the teachers, and front page article, you all. Did you see this, boys and girls? It's a front page article, and you're mentioned in it, and it's just a really, by name, your name is right in here. And I'm going to give you one of these tonight because Carol had these laminated for you, so when you get your award tonight, you're also going to get a newspaper article that came out in the Paducah Sun, just in case you didn't get to see it, or if you didn't cut it out and you want to keep it. We want you to have one. But we really appreciate what you did, and your Dogwood pictures are just beautiful. We thank every one of you, and it's a really important thing you did. So, let's see. Without any further comments, I believe we better get started here, because I believe they want to have a meeting here tonight. Okay. As I call your name, I want you to come forward, and I'm going to give you your picture, and I'm going to hand you your award.
Okay.
But maybe I'll put it right here.
Yes.
But I want you to turn and show your picture as you stand here, because somebody in this audience just might want to take a picture of you. I'm not sure, but we'll see. Okay, the first Azalea Award today goes to Zoe Day, Morgan Elementary, grade 2. Right here. And turn your picture so everybody can see it. Let her get her picture first.
And maybe we can get them all together.
Oh, we might could, I don't know. Okay.
So if you can kind of go right over there.
Can you give her her thing?
Yeah,
Yes.
just come over here and
Okay.
stand.
There you go.
Congratulations, Zoe. Okay. Damian Driscoll, Morgan Elementary, grade 5. Get up here, boy. This is a beauty. Turn it around. Isn't that pretty?
Here you go.
All right. Brayaja Donovan Petty. Very pretty. Thank you. All right, go here and get a picture, and we'll try to remember it. And here's your award.
There you go.
All right. Another, let's see, Redbud Award, Taylor Fogasong. Morgan Elementary, grade 4.
That's right.
Isn't that beautiful? All right. Wait a minute, I'll give you this. That's wrong one.
Yeah, there it is.
Which one?
The top one.
This one right here.
This one? Thank you. I've got them out of order somewhere here. Olive Heidi, Redbud Award, Clark Elementary, grade 4. Time passes. I taught her mama in first grade. All right. Redbud Award to Rachel Sampson, Morgan Elementary, grade 5.
Really pretty.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Dogwood Award to Aaron Day, Morgan Elementary, grade 4. All right.
There you go.
All right.
Right up here, honey. Right up here. With your
Dogwood Award to Lilith Hebert, Clark Elementary, grade 5.
I'm gonna help you out here, honey. There.
Okay. Well. Okay, thank you.
There you go, sweetheart. Thank you.
And the Dogwood Award to Isabella Jones, Morgan Elementary, grade 4. Thank you. Thank you so much. Put it down in front of you if you don't mind. And we don't want to miss your pretty face. All right. And here's your award. Don't lose that envelope, okay? And Best of Show this year goes to Caroline Blackman. She did a watercolor that is just beautiful, and we've all enjoyed it, as we have all the others. So Caroline, if you'll join us here.
And here's the copy of the poster.
We use the winners, the overall winners picture in our advertisement that we put in store windows and advertisement for Dogwood Trail so people will know what's coming up. So we're going to present this poster to her tonight also.
And I'm going to hand this to you.
And then here's your ribbon. I don't know what you're going to do with everything, but don't lose that, okay? Hold on to that envelope. Okay, I guess that concludes my presentation. Could all of you some way figure out a way to put your picture in front of you? I don't know how you're going to do it. If you'll lay your stuff in the floor. Yes, and she reminded me, don't forget to cash your checks, kiddos, okay? Okay? Get Mom and Dad to take you to the bank, all right? Tomorrow. Oh, those are beautiful. Oh, my.
Yeah, they are.
And those smiles. There are beautiful children in Paducah City Schools. Everybody got their pictures?
Congratulations. We're really proud of you all.
Thank you
Beautiful
so
artwork.
much.
Thank you.
You can sit down now. They're following the rules. And now we're going to present the 2023 Dogwood Trail Awards. The Dogwood Trail was from April 10th through the 16th. Board members went out on the 11th, and the criteria they used for the awards were the beauty of the tree, the health of the tree, and the display of the tree. So the first on-trail award goes to the beautiful home located at 1912 Jefferson Street. The dogwoods at this home only add to its historic character of the property, and the homeowner, Mr. James Malone, actually passed away in December of last year. And Mackenzie Arnett is here to receive the award tonight, and she said that he was always really proud of his tree and knows that he would be proud that he got the award. And if you would come up and get your reward, Mackenzie. Award, not reward. Pam's going to, yeah. And our next award goes to 3143 Jefferson Street. The dogwoods in bloom add additional beauty to this quaint home's beautifully decorated yard. Casey Rhodes, please come and accept your award. She's here tonight if you're here. I don't think she's here. Okay, thank you. Next, we have 4125 Pines Road. The dogwoods in bloom add a magnificent pop of color to this iconic West End home. John and Sarah Aiken, please come up and accept your reward. 175 Red Fox Trail is our next award. The dogwoods in this manicured yard sure add to the beauty of the decorative flower beds. Ricky and Lindsay Martin, don't think you're here. I don't see them here tonight. They are the homeowners of that property. Next, we have 4756 Buckner Lane. The dogwoods in this yard only enhance the beauty of this lovely stone home. And Martha Reeves, if you are here, will you come and accept your award? I don't think she's here either. And next we have the dogwoods at 301 West Jefferson. The blooms on this beautifully aligned dogwood certainly showed out along this heavily traveled portion of the Dogwood Trail this year. Jessa Holt, if you're here, could you please come and accept your award? Not here. And the dogwoods at the lovely home located at 210 Wallace Lane had a gorgeous bloom this year as well. Cynthia Wade, I think she's here. You're welcome. And our last on-trail award goes to First Baptist Church. You can't drive down Broadway in the spring without noticing these gorgeous dogwood trees that frame the entrance to this beautiful church. Robin Breeden is here to accept the award. And this year, we have 2 off-trail awards. The first one goes to the beautiful dogwood trees that shadow this charming home at 200 Friedman Avenue. Michelle Stevens is the owner of that property, and she could not be here tonight either. And then lastly, we have the lovely dogwood tree that lit up this beautiful home at 230 Cardinal Lane. John and Martha Autry, please come and accept your award. And that concludes our award ceremony for tonight, and we just want to thank everyone for attending and thanking you for taking pride in Paducah's Dogwood Trail and in making Paducah a more beautiful place for all of us to live. Okay. Thank you.
Well, thank you again to the Civic Beautification Board. We really appreciate all the hard work, and I know those of you you're always welcome to stay for our meetings, but now is the time to leave if you're not wanting to stay for the full meeting. Now would be the exit time. Thank you all. Congratulations.
Then there were 3.
Okay, City Manager, are there any additions or deletions to the agenda?
None this evening.
Okay. Well, under remarks, I do just want to mention that May is Mental Health Month, and so we have this really beautiful poster about it that I guess the city has prepared along with some of the sponsors of Mental Health America. But thank you to Commissioner Henderson for really pushing that to be a part of our quality of life with our priorities. So I'm just going to mention you can take a free online mental health screening and find local resources at paducahky.gov/mental-health. So thank you to the city for all the work that y'all have done on that to make it a reality, and hope that everybody will take that seriously and reach out if you're needing help. All right, for the consent agenda, items on the consent agenda are considered to be routine by the Board of Commissioners and will be enacted by one motion and one vote. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless a board member so requests, in which event the item will be removed from the consent agenda and considered separately. The city clerk will read the items recommended for approval. Would any commissioner like an item removed for a separate discussion?
No.
Okay, I'll ask the city clerk to read the items recommended for approval.
Approved minutes for the April 25th and 27th, 2023 Board of Commissioners meetings. Receive and file documents. Appointment of Todd Birdsong to the Creative and Cultural Council to replace Shan Stamper, whose term has expired. This term shall expire March 24th, 2026. Joint appointment of Charles Leon Owens to the Paducah-McCracken County Industrial Development Authority to replace Keith Anderson, whose term has expired. This term shall expire March 31st, 2025. Personnel actions, a municipal order accepting the proposal of Zones LLC for the purchase of computer network switches and routers in the amount of $38,656.27 and authorizing the mayor to execute all documents related to same. A municipal order accepting the donation of real property located at 1245 South 6th Street from Mary Byrne to the City of Paducah and authorizing the mayor to execute the deed consideration certificate. A municipal order authorizing the application for a game time grant for the purchase of inclusive play elements for Coleman Park Playground in the amount of $22,370 and authorizing the mayor to execute all documents related to same. Municipal order authorizing and directing the city manager to issue a request for quotes for custodial services for the Parks and Recreation Department. A municipal order authorizing the application for a 2023 Port Security Program grant in the amount of $543,750 for the purchase of a fireboat to respond to water-based emergencies, and authorizing the mayor to execute all documents related to same.
So moved.
Second?
Anything else? Okay, City Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Commissioner Guess?
Aye.
Commissioner Henderson?
Aye.
Commissioner Smith?
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Wilson?
Aye.
All right, our next item is an ordinance that was read 2 weeks ago to be adopted tonight. So would you read item 2A, please, City Clerk? A proposed motion that the Board of Commissioners adopt an ordinance entitled, an ordinance providing for the closing of 4,356 square feet of Monroe Street between 200 and 306 North 2nd Street, and authorizing the mayor to execute all documents relating to same. This ordinance is summarized as follows. The City of Paducah does hereby authorize the closing of 4,356 square feet of Monroe Street between 200 and 306 North 2nd Street, and authorizes, empowers, and directs the mayor to execute a quitclaim deed from the City of Paducah to the property owner in or abutting the public way to be closed.
So moved. Second.
Okay, I believe we discussed this 2 weeks ago. Do you have any other questions? Good. Okay, would you please call the roll? Commissioner Guess?
Aye.
Commissioner Henderson?
Aye.
Commissioner Smith?
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Wilson? Aye. Okay, would you please read item 2B for adoption? A proposed motion that the Board of Commissioners adopt an ordinance entitled, an ordinance authorizing the acceptance of maintenance responsibilities for certain streets from the Commonwealth of Kentucky Transportation Cabinet to the City of Paducah, and authorizing the mayor to execute all documents related to same. This ordinance is summarized as follows, that the City of Paducah hereby authorizes the acceptance of maintenance responsibility for certain streets from the Commonwealth of Kentucky Transportation Cabinet as follows: Kentucky Avenue from 3rd Street to South Water Street, Water Street from Kentucky Avenue to Broadway, and Broadway from Water Street to 3rd Street, and authorizes the mayor to execute any and all documents relating to the aforementioned transfer.
So moved.
Second.
Any more discussion? All right, City Clerk, if you would please call the roll. Commissioner Guess?
Aye.
Commissioner Henderson?
Aye.
Commissioner Smith?
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Wilson? Aye. And we'll continue with adopting the ordinance under 2C, please. A proposed motion that the Board of Commissioners adopt an ordinance entitled, an ordinance establishing an Energy Project Assessment District (EPAD) program pursuant to KRS 65.205 to 65.209 to advance the conservation and efficient use of energy and water resources within the City of Paducah, Kentucky, by allowing for energy projects to be financed by assessments imposed on real property being improved through the energy projects, providing the terms and conditions of the program, stating the intention that assessments will be utilized to support private sector energy projects, designating the EPAD and its boundaries, providing for the administration of the EPAD program, determining the procedure by which owners of real property may petition the city for participation in the program, designating the Finance Department as the collector of the assessment, and authorizing the mayor to execute any and all agreements and other documents for the implementation and administration of the program. This ordinance is summarized as follows. This ordinance establishes an Energy Project Assessment District (EPAD) program to advance the conservation and efficient use of energy and water resources within the City of Paducah, defines the boundary of said district, and outlines the program terms, administration, and procedure by which property owners may petition for participation. Further, this ordinance designates the Finance Department as the collector and authorizes the execution of any agreement for the implementation and administration of the program.
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? Okay. City Clerk, you call the roll. Commissioner Guess?
Aye.
Commissioner Henderson?
Aye.
Commissioner Smith?
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Wilson? Aye. Okay, we're not going to set a record for the quickest meeting, but we're having a good short one here tonight. Darren, do you have any comments from the city manager?
Mayor and Commissioners, just want to remind everyone about the Lower Town Arts Festival. It's coming up this weekend. I want to encourage all of our residents and visitors to take part of that. We also have the Iron Mom event that's coinciding with that on Saturday morning, and so a lot of good things happening. And then just finally want to thank all of our team members that were called out last night and then early this morning to do some cleanup from the storms that rolled through. We had a lot of limbs and damage down, and appreciate the hard work that everybody did to that.
Great, thank you. You all have any comments?
No,
Anyone?
not for me.
No comments.
Everybody good? Wow. Okay, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Is there a second? City Clerk? Commissioner Guess?
Aye.
Commissioner Henderson?
Aye.
Commissioner Smith?
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Wilson? Aye, and thank you all for being here tonight.